What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to show you the easiest ways to beat zone drops out of the coaching adjustments menu. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we take a look at the meta for the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those metas when you face them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active. And just this past weekend, I released my 100+ minute San Francisco 49ers Singleback Ace game plan. This is a comprehensive game plan out of the most complete run scheme out of any formation in Madden 21, complete with one-play touchdowns, blitz beaters, all the abilities, the route thresholds, everything you need to run a successful offense. It's included in addition to the other game plans on the website. So go over to Gridiron Game Plans, take a look. $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's get into today's video. We're going to be taking a look at the easiest ways to beat zone depth adjustments. We're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk conceptually, just a quick snap way, and then we're also going to talk about a route that I love. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what coaching adjustments are for those that maybe aren't aware, don't use these. These are ways that you can tell your zones by color on the field to drop to an area. We've all played Maddens where there are certain routes that just get open, no matter what you call. Your deep zones don't handle it, those underneath zones don't handle it, and you get frustrated. This year, EA added this. So what a lot of players will do is based off of down and distance or tendency, they'll set certain zones to certain depths. One of the most popular depths is 25 yards because 25 yards is typically where those deeper corners tend to break, and also where crossing routes coming from one side of the field to the other hit on the opposite side of the field. So 25 is that sweet number that most players tend to use. A lot of players will play man coverage, and then they'll put their purple zones out there set to 25, and they'll play their safeties in 25-yard purple zones to take away sideline breaking routes. It's a very, very popular tactic. We're going to talk about this in the context of you need chunk yardage. Your opponent is playing Mable coverage. If you don't know what Mable coverage is, let's go ahead and take the field. So I'm going to go ahead and call Tampa 2 out of the nickel 3-3-5. A lot of players love to double Mable, as this is called. Now, the tip that we're going to break down today is out of the split offset. You could do this out of any formation, and what you're going to want ideally is a outside apprentice or a hot route master quarterback. So Michael Thomas actually has wide receiver apprentice. This is an ability that will give him 4 extra routes no matter where he lines up, outside, slot. Even if you can glitch him to tight end or running back, he's going to get extra routes anywhere on the field. So that ability will suffice for this tip. So let's go ahead and take the field. Doesn't really matter what play. Let's first talk about what the differences are between regular coverage and zone drop coverage. So what I've done here is, even though I have my zone adjustment set, I reset my play. And what resetting your play does is it actually resets your zone adjustments to default. So if we run stock cover 2, you'll notice as we take a look on the outside, both of the outside DBs should press. Now right there, I actually reset and flip my play. Let's actually see if just resetting the play is key here. So I reset my play and then I press here. Let's see if this actually works here. So we reset the play and there it is. They both jam. So you see that if you reset the play, your zone drops will cancel. But if you leave your zone depths active and we were to play that same coverage, I want you to watch how those outside zones play. You notice that they don't actually do anything. And this actually allows you to throw the ball very, very easily. So if you're facing someone that likes to go in and say, all right, blue zone set to 25, and then I'm going to play 2 short sideline zones set to 5 underneath, and then I've got 2 yellow zones in the middle of the field to just kind of creep and take away the middle stuff, I've got the sidelines locked down, right? No, not exactly. And the reason for that is on the wide side of the field, you'll notice that we end up with that free release to the B receiver. You're just going to throw an outside pass lead. Very, very easy. You need no hot routes. You need no anything to make this work. You make this work with any quarterback, any combination of anything. And this is a, something you can do out of any formation, right? Like as long as you can throw that ball to the wide side of the field against the zone drop, he's not going to jam him. And that's super important for you guys to know. The easiest way to tell if they're setting their zone drops is to watch and see if anybody is getting jammed in zone. If guys in the slot are getting bumped, if guys on the outside are getting bumped, you'll know right away. If everyone's getting a free release, they have their zone adjustment set, and this is a throw that's there all day long for you. Now, what I want to now do is talk about the outside apprentice C route. And what we're going to do is we're going to work this C route in motion across the formation into the slot on the opposite side of the field. So I'm going to spot the ball on the other hash mark, and we're going to do this tip from here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of the depth of the set zones. We know that when we're playing Mable, that we're trying to take away not only the short and the deep outside sideline. This is typically what players will do at the end of half or end of game scenario, or on third and very, very long, where they don't want you to pick up a first down. They'll set these zone depths very, very deep. What I'm going to talk about here is a lot better if you have a velocity ability on your quarterback, such as Gunslinger or the set feet lead or pass lead elite abilities. These are abilities that give extra velo to your quarterback. Breeze does not have that. So he does have kind of a noodle arm. He is the worst case scenario when throwing this. So I kind of wanted to show you, with Breeze what this looks like, because it's only going to be better with whatever quarterback you guys are using in Madden Ultimate Team. So what we're going to do is we're going to motion across this C route, and we're going to snap the ball as soon as he crosses the tackle. This is going to allow him to run this route from the slot. And you're going to see here that this breaks out over the top of 25-yard zones. And this is something that you can do anytime you know they have 25 set. Now, you're probably asking, why are you running a streak on the outside of the formation? And the answer for that is just in the event that this player right here is not the player that's in the 25-yard zone. If he's in the outside third, found in a cover 3, or the outside fourth, found in a cover 4, we need number 17 to run a vertical route and run him completely down the field like he's doing here to this deep zone, which opens up all this area on the sideline behind whatever zone is set to 25. So if you were to imagine this is actually cover 3, where there would actually be a safety in center field, and this guy would be responsible for the outside third of the field, this streak is important to run that deep zone away, opening up all this area behind the 25-yard player. And you see that as soon as he gets into that spot, we are going to throw this ball up over the top of him to the sideline. Now you see right here that Breeze, he's got a noodle of an arm, right? So this is something that obviously will be much, much better. I'm sure most of you are using Culpepper or McNair or Allen or any of the quarterbacks that get velocity abilities, or the new Rich Gannon, which gets hot route master, which can put a C route on any outside receiver. And then he also has the Gunslinger ability. So, these are abilities that are widely available in Ultimate Team, a little bit less frequent in regs, obviously, but it is something that is very, very easy to do if you have Gunslinger or set feet lead. So let's go ahead and show this to you again here. I'm going to motion this across, let it kind of cross the tackle, and then you're going to snap the ball. And then ideally you want to get into this throw. You see right here that you actually have a throw right there in the middle of the field. That's the beauty of Mable coverage. Again, here with Breeze, he's not mobile. He doesn't have a big arm, but I kind of held the ball because I wanted to talk about this here. Notice how when the Mable coverage happens, you see that the guy floats to the sideline right away. You don't have to wait. You could throw the ball left trigger right here in this window. This is wide open. But if you're greedy, you can hold on to this football and let him keep running out over the top. You could definitely do that if you wish. So let's go ahead here and set up our Mable again. So got our Mable and work the C route into the slot. Snap it right here. You can throw it now, or you can let him keep running, and then throw this ball out over the top. Now, again, you see the the limitations of a Drew Brees. The ball's up in the air forever. There's a lot of extra time for that safety to break on the throw. Again, it will only be better than what you see in this video right here, but you can clearly see that this is a throw that is wide open over a 25-yard zone depth, which is something that so many players love to use. So go ahead and do this again here, and then we're going to work our way into cover 3, cover 4. And again, this is basically a 2-route combination. If you want to max protect with this, up to you. So you see right here, I could low ball this to B, or I can wait and throw this ball right here. And again, Brees is just not good. He's just not good anymore. But Michael Thomas has this ability, and I wanted to show this because we're going to get advanced with this tip here in a second. So now let's go into cover 3. So let's say that you're in cover 3 and you know that we've set these zones to 5, but if we set them to blue zones, they set to 25. This is the importance of the runoff route. So we talked about why 17 runs a streak. This is because we want him to run off the outside player, still giving us the ability to beat this coverage over the top. So here we snap the ball. Now I'm gonna get shed here, but you see how B runs wide open over the top of that zone as well. The C route actually has more room to be thrown against cover 3 than it does against a cover 2 Mable, but more people are going to run cover 3, cover 4 than you're going to find people running cover 2, in my opinion. So again, here you can kind of see how this works. I'm gonna spy the rush just here, just for this example. So you're gonna see here how he's going to get out. You can see how all that room clears, and you can throw this ball right there. That's a really easy throw against that particular shell, right? And the same could be said of cover 4. So if I were to go into cover 4 and run this exact concept, it'll work just as well. So go back into the split offset. So let's say here, again, we're playing cover 4, and because Brees doesn't have any mobility and he doesn't have any arm strength, I'm just taking the defensive line out of the equation for right now. And you're going to see right here that with this, again, you can max protect. You can do whatever you want with the other 3 routes. This is just a 2-route combo for chunk yardage. You're going to see here that he's going to break over the top of that zone as well. And that's easy pickings, right? That's 30 yards. Again, gunslinger, that throw is going to be in there every single time. Now, here's where, in my opinion, this tip goes another level. If your receiver has the route technician, which gives better cuts against man coverage, what a lot of people are going to do to the C route is they're going to man it up. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this formation, and I'm going to go ahead and be ready. I'm going to set up the Mable here. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have this player, Murphy Bunting, ready to go in man coverage. So go ahead and respot the ball here. Sorry about that. If they individually man up this player, you still need the route technician ability to beat the man on top of the zone depth. So go ahead and put him on the C route. Spy my rush real quick. So what I'm going to do now is I've got Mable set up. I've got a 525 Mable with my purple and blue on the left. And then I'm going to man up Murphy Bunting. As soon as I motion Mike Thomas, I'm going to man him up. Click off here. And then I snap this ball. You see how he's going to light up? And you see how he's open there? He got bumped just a little bit, but you saw how he beat man coverage very easily. This is where you basically will want your route technician to be. If you have this route technician on this C route, this is actually a great man coverage beating route in general. Let me just illustrate that here by calling straight 2-man under. If you're facing nothing but man coverage, this route combination still works against man. So if I were to, I'm going to click off here, motion him across the formation on this C route, you're going to see that nickel corner is going to take him. I snap the ball. He's going to win right here. You see how open that gets? And you can throw that before he gets to a 25-yard zone. So let's say they're playing that standard 2-man under that everyone likes to play. and I've set my purple zones to 5, so I'm going to shade them down into blue, which actually is set to 25. You're going to see that this concept works against man-to-man coverage. So motion him across. I know it's man coverage with that safety floating out towards the sideline. Snap the ball. He's going to run there, and then boom, just low ball that. And Gunslinger's going to get that throw there even quicker, where that 25-yard zone can't get there. So this route in general is a zone depth beater. It's a man beater if you have the route tech on it. It's one of the best chunk yardage routes in the game. It beats Mable coverage, zone depth drops, man coverage, everything that players like to do defensively. It has an answer for it and a throwing lane for it. You can wait for it to get to the sideline, or you can low ball it in the slot like it's a deep out route found in Bunch Flood, for instance. This is my favorite route in the game right now, and it is a part of my brand new offense, that single back ace offense in the San Francisco 49ers playbook. This is something I've been running on stream, which you guys can check me out, twitch.tv/ZanMadden. This is something that is a large part of my offense. It should become a large part of your offense. I think that the pre-snap motion helps you determine man and zone regardless. And it's something that, no matter what they throw at you, you can snap and know that they need to put user attention on this route, which will make your life a lot easier when you're throwing your reads elsewhere. So that's today's video, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop them below. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Check out gridirongameplans.gg. Again, hopefully I see you there on the website. If not, we'll see you guys here with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.